Hello, this is Kristen of Cherry Blossom Spirituality and Miss Juno here, back for another little chat about Kundalini. This one about how Kundalini can heal the physical body. And this is more of a personal experience, opinion video, since there is no scientific proof or solid evidence that I can say. There's been a lot of research and test subjects done with this kind of stuff. So just bear that in mind. This is only opinion. All of my Kundalini videos are like only my opinion here, but hopefully it'll resonate with whoever is called to this. So when Kundalini begins to really flow, it moves through all the bodies, right? The physical, emotional, mental, and etheric or energy or light body. So they're all interwoven and intertwined, and when Kundalini flows up and down along both sides of the spine and through the spinal column itself as well, it goes, to the soul star chakra, the earth star chakra, and above and below in the other chakras. It's clearing all things not serving someone's best and highest good. Anything that is not in alignment with their soul's purposes, soul's contracts, anything that's preventing them from stepping into their highest vibrational timeline, aligning more with their higher self. So some of that is physical stuff, physical imbalances, physical tension, and trapped emotions, and all of those things that get stored in the body. This is it's not simple, it's complicated because they're all interwoven, right? So it can be stuff from the mental and emotional body and the energetic body that affect the physical body, right? And sometimes it can be a little difficult if you're doing other modalities and trying to pinpoint where is the root, where did this start, or why do you have this ailment? But Kundalini is divinely intelligent to be able to purge this, to clear those blocks. And in my personal experience, when I started, I was just in a very stressed out state, and I had been for many, many years, most of my life. I did not feel emotionally safe and was very really trying to grind and effort and overexert myself, and was a people pleaser with no boundaries. I was constantly drained from the sense of unsafety and stress and striving, as well as allowing others to kind of suck and drain my energy. So I was very, very tired. And this is a beautiful benefit that I've gotten from receiving Kundalini transmissions and working with my own Kundalini is, oh my gosh, feeling like I actually have energy, like I'm actually alive, like I have more passion than usual. I don't have that feeling of gas tank running on empty or battery running low. It's like a restart, a reboot, a rejuvenation that helped me get through a lot of hard stuff that I was stuck on for many years. Certain patterns in my life I was stuck on. And I've heard this from other people in Kundalini transmissions too, that they were able, through just receiving, to let go of addictions, to upgrade their life. Stuff that wasn't for them just naturally started to fall away. Toxic people, no offense to people, right? But it's certain levels on your journey. Certain things become intolerable. And if you unalign with it, if you heal what's within you that attracts that pattern, then it's not going to align anymore, and those kinds of people and environments and situations are going to fall away, right? So that's what's happening here, is a raising of the vibrational frequency through healing and integrating all of these wounds that we hold within us our whole lives. that, can start in childhood, but also ancestral and other lifetime wounds. So it helped give me the energy to actually take physical action steps to change my life for the better. I also, because of all of my exhaustion, had a lot of adrenal fatigue, and I could actually feel my adrenals healing, my endocrine system, and then I began to feel like my muscles were beginning to relax more in this practice as well, which is kind of the funny thing about it, the paradox that is kind of hard to explain to people. Like, yes, it's relaxing the Kundalini work, but it's also energizing at the same time. Anyway, the biggest thing though for me, besides healing like all my back pain and tension, because I've been popping my back for years, I have mild scoliosis. Yoga has helped a lot with my scoliosis. Reiki has helped a lot, but I would say the biggest help to my scoliosis and clearing my back pain and not having to pop incessantly is Kundalini work, Kundalini transmission receiving. And it clears all those little things, and you can kind of feel it. It's like a painful massage, at least in my experience, but it feels good, even though there's a little bit of the pangs or twangs of pain. It's like a good thing, because it's working through stuff, clearing and transmuting, right? Anyway, back to my point, the biggest benefit physically I think that this practice has given me is allowing me to relax and regulate, calm and balance my nervous system. And there's a lot of people talking about this right now. It's huge. The somatic releasing stuff is crazy, and fascia releasing too. Like all of this stuff of like tension within the body, connected to the nervous system, is a big highlight right now, and for good reason, because it's huge. And I never realized that my nervous system was so on edge and dysregulated, even though I've been doing spiritual work for a very, very long time. I meditate every day, but I wasn't able to fully ground, relax, drop in, and be in a calm state. And I've went through a lot of ups and downs, and like everybody, every human does, but it's like my life has not been a stable one. And so that's been another thing, is like it's always been like one freak out and then another freak out and then another freak out, and it's like my nervous system hadn't really been able to have that moment to just like calm itself down, especially because my living environments were very emotionally unsafe, whether it was passive aggressive roommates, or fighting with an ex-partner, or whatever I was dealing with on the daily, money worries. Like it was just constant stress, and then like the exhaustion, and then having to like just take care of like cleaning and cooking, and like all of that just became like hard many times, because I was just really overwhelmed. So the whole thing with the nervous system is, the more you feel safe, like truly feel safe, that's what brings you your manifestations. It's all about feeling safe in the new state of being, right? So this work can help you manifest your desires just through calming and regulating your nervous system to feel safer. And that's looking back, I'm like, oh, that's what happened with me. I felt safer to take that physical action, and I was able to change my life for the better. And obviously still working on it, but constantly working on being more empowered and feeling more safe and more calm and more relaxed and more at peace on the daily, and less on edge or stressed out about things, or allowing things and people and places to pressure me. Having that self-love trusting myself, knowing I am capable of handling anything that comes up. And also God, source, universe, creator, my team, I trust that they will also help and support me. And it's true for me in my experience. And the whole thing with the nervous system, it just so perfectly fits in with this Kundalini work. And this is another reason why I wanted to make this video, was that I'll make a video about my business journey, but when I started this business, I had a download that I was to create a video combination service of messages, movement, and meditation. And so then I would channel that individually for the themes of each client or group. And I sold a few, I did a little bit, I did a couple group ones, but it was honestly very draining, very taxing. It was a lot of hard work, and it was coming from a very masculine, willful space of like having to do all these things, these structured things. Kundalini transmission work is a divine feminine kind of energy thing where you lay back, you surrender, you receive. It does the work. It gives you whatever you need in the moment. You can get messages, movement, and meditation. This was what I was meant to do, but I didn't know it at the time, that I didn't have to like do all these different modalities all the time and wear myself out. Instead, I could just channel this energy, this life force energy, and it would do the work. And because the clients or customer or whatever the word is, student, recipient, attendees, Kundalini, and I'm just transmitting the frequency of it, and their Kundalini moves safely at its own pace to assist them for their best and highest good, whatever they need in that moment. Messages, movement, meditation, healing energy. So it's pretty cool that now it makes sense why I was called to do the guided session combination service, which I no longer offer. It was a learning process for me to come into feminine energy, and I'm working on that more on a personal level. I'm sorry this is a little bit more of a personal video than I usually do with these Kundalini ones, but I hope that's okay. Just because it's more of a personal experience thing. I can't speak for other people's physical experiences per se, but there are students that come with physical ailments, especially back injuries, back issues, and they benefit from Kundalini, but I can't give you the detailed accounts, but I have heard that, just so you know. There is such a beautiful thing of like an understanding now for me on my spiritual journey. A calm, regulated, balanced nervous system is leaning back and trusting in your divine feminine energy, and not having to do all the time how we're taught in this Western modern society. We need to do, to be worthy, to achieve, go all the time, like it's like rat race, running on a hamster wheel, it never ends. We need those moments of peace, of calm, of stillness, grounding, regulation here, to be able to not come into this state of stressing our bodies out. And they even say with research, like the root of cancer is stress. I mean, this is like a theory, right? But my father had cancer, so it's a very deep thing for me. Like, I always wanted to help find a cure for cancer, but I didn't go into the medical field. So hopefully this practice assists people to not allow themselves to get into a stressed out state with their bodies, to where they develop these sorts of intense physical ailments like cancer, diseases. Being in the feminine, receptive energy, to be able to have, and this is another thing, is like, us as humans, like we need that space and that time to like process, integrate, understand, and release things, and transcend and transmute. We can't just be constantly on the go. Of course that's going to create unease in our bodies, or dis-ease, they say. So I just wanted to share that little bit of insight. It's helped me feel more alive, awake, alert. I don't feel like sick and tired. And I realized back in the day when I was always stressed out all the time, I always felt like kind of like I've always had a hard time like dragging myself to like my day job and things, because I've needed to really feel safe in my body, and I never felt really good, and I always like to escape to the higher realms, right? A lot of healers and people that do psychic work, you know, like this is like a common theme, but I've learned to help bring myself back into my body, feel safe and ground through this practice. Obviously still working on it, always a work in progress, but just wanted to share with you guys, and thank you for listening. I hope this video has assisted you, helped you, brought you some kind of insight, or just, you know, little musings, little questions in your own mind about healing the physical body and keeping it well, and how Kundalini is tied in with that. Thanks for listening to my little ramble. I wish you all well, and I'll talk to you again another time.